Welcome to Nostalgic Reviews, where we take a look at some of the shows and movies we used to watch back in the day and see what the hell we were watching. My name is Old Dirty Shinobi, aka the Prince of All Saiyans. Alright, let's get it! Today we're taking a look at Beetleborgs. It's kind of like Power Rangers minus cool things like cars and dinosaurs. Instead, we use beetle power. And it was actually brought to us by the same dude that brought us Power Rangers over here in the US. So they're definitely capitalizing on that craze. And honestly, shout out to my guy. You made my fucking weekends in my childhood. I appreciate you, bro. If you ever watch this, man, on behalf of my generation, thank you, sir. And please don't sue me. The show opens up with two kids doing the arcade task of being outside and going for a bike ride. They pull up to the local comic book store, which is owned by Magic Johnson's Jr.'s son's dad.
Alright, Roland, you're really getting the hang of that magic stuff.
The name's Magic. Call me Magic. Hey, you're late. The new Beetleborgs just came in an hour ago. Mom! Go easy on her, Dad.
The group is inside the comic book store chilling and looking through some comics. Out of nowhere, awkward little white kid's sister starts to kink shame him for reading a ballerina magazine. Actually, why is he even looking at that if he doesn't care about it? Way to make this man look dumb. Breako. He's small, awkward, and his sister don't fuck with him. Damn, even his crush don't fuck with him. Oh man, tough break, little man. His sister tells him to stop being a bitch and go ahead and ask her out and just get it over with, which that's a valuable lesson. Sometimes you gotta say fuck it, just go in deep, balls deep, but not really since they're a kid. Nothing proves you're rich and sophisticated like playing chess on top of a Rolls Royce. But these two are the main opposition to our main characters, and for some reason they're wearing plaid. Like, I didn't know rich people wear plaid. Is that a thing, rich folks? Do you guys wear plaid? They later challenged the group to see who can last the longest inside this haunted mansion. And that one rich kid, he's kind of annoying. Look the way he delivers his line. I would punch him in his throat if I could. Like, shut up, stupid. The haunted house is filled with goofy versions of classic monsters such as Frankenstein's creation, the Wolfman, Dracula, and the Mummy. The main group wins the challenge. While celebrating the victory, awkward white kid's little sister leans up against an organ which summons three singing white women. Kind of remind me of the girls from Hercules, but those girls could actually sing. Ain't no comparison. 90s special effects. Yikes. John Leno's ghost emerges from the organ and starts to sea walk on all his dead ops. It's crazy. This man really does look like John Leno, but all cripped out with that blue skin. John Leno's ghost decides to grant him one wish for freeing him. So instead of wishing for a little awkward white kid to be taller, they wish to be superheroes. Not a good trade-off. They should have wished for my guy to be taller.
Okay, we want to be Beetleborgs.
I really hope this guy can actually do magic, because not at any point did they question why he was trapped inside of that organ. What if this is Jeffrey Dahmer's soul that was sewn in the organ to save the planet, but yet they just released him by pressing a key on an organ? The whole situation's kind of sus.
Wait a minute, what's going on? We're stuck in the comic book.
I stand corrected. It looks like he can do magic. He's just really bad at it. I don't mind the design of their power suit. It's actually pretty sick.
Check out my stinger blade. What about me? I'm the Green Hunter Borg.
My guy Magic Johnson Jr. is really excited. Outside of their power suit, they retain some of their residual power. So it looks like awkward white kid has telekinesis, his sister has super strength, and let me guess what they give the black dude. Super speed. Surprising. And also, is it super strength if you can just hold it that easily after she kicked it? In addition to granting the kids their wish, John Leno also releases the baddies from the main comic book to wreak havoc on the world, and their main leader, Vexlor. Just like any other villain, the overall goal for Vexlor and his cronies is to basically wreak havoc on the city. They have the ability to summon some of the monsters from the comic book, which they use to fight the Beetleborgs. Sometimes the action can be quite underwhelming, where it's a lot of just explosions and backflips and shit like that. There's no actual like hand-to-hand combat, and if there is, again, they just flipping each other. This scene right here is actually one of my most favorite scenes from the show. It's just goofy, and the camera angle on that rocket is pretty dope. Tired of getting their ass kicked by the Beetleborgs, Vexlor orders his cronies to steal a piece of the blue Beetleborgs armor, and with that piece, he's able to make the Shadow Borg, which is basically a black Beetleborg, but a villain. And that's fucked up, yo. That's kind of racist, I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like, come on, man. He couldn't have been white. Tyrone the Shadowborg starts to kick the shit out of the regular Beetleborgs, and the fighting sequence here is definitely a bit better. There seems to be a bit more hand-to-hand combat and less flipping, and there's also some pretty cool gunplay. After a one-sided fight, Tyrone the Shadowborg defeats the Beetleborg and takes their powers. Actually, he steals them. Yeah, I know, typical. God damn it, Tyrone. Tyrone the Shadowborg begins wreaking havoc on the city and just blasting everything in sight. Well, I guess not everything in sight, because I'm not seeing enough bodies on the ground. Because if he's a villain, yo, he's definitely failing at killing people for free. Why does this guy casually park his car in the middle of the street just to start running with the crowd, where the street looks quite empty? He could have easily driven down that road, and if not, man, put that car in a drive and plow your way through. How does she break her leg just moving out the way of that sign? And I don't think he would have stayed if there was like a horde of zombies chasing him. On some real shit, I think he would have looked at her and be like, you know what, time to go. He would have done the same exact thing that one dude from 28 Weeks Later did to his wife. Left her ass behind. Awkward little dude sees Josh's big ass signature on Homegirl's cast, and you can tell he's just disgusted and heartbroken. I feel for the man. She also has the audacity to offer him some of the chocolate that Josh got him. Realizing they're basically useless without their powers, they turn to the creator of the comic book for help. He's not interested in helping, so they make the easy choice of just kidnapping him. It is that easy. If someone doesn't help you, just kidnap them. There's no consequences for that at all. After some serious torturing, they're able to convince the creator to help them. He makes a new Beetleborg, and of course this one is white. John Leno's Ghostface tells him he needs someone to give the power to, and of course his little sister recommends Josh, and that's fucked up. But what's even more fucked up is my dog Magic Johnson Jr. agrees with it. That's not cool. Back up your bro. You know Josh is after his girl. Don't agree to that. And you know his sister, she's just being basic, so allow her. She starts listing all the qualities of Josh. Oh, she really ain't shit. Even though it wasn't his idea, it's up to a little awkward kid to ask Josh to be part of the group.
Drew's got something to talk to you about.
What you got? I gotta talk to you about something.
Why is she blinking so much? It looks like somebody spit in her eyes or something. After some convincing, they're able to get him to become the white Beetleborg. Skylar, the white Beetleborg, seems to still be no match for Tyrone, and ends up just being flipped and spends the majority of the time on the ground like the others. Tyrone really came to kick some ass. I promise you, one of the prerequisites to being on the show was knowing how to do a backflip or a front flip. They love flipping in the show. In a not so convincing battle, Skylar is able to get back the 3 power stones, and returned it back to the group, granting them their powers back.
Oh, I knew Josh could do it.
At what point is this guy gonna give up? Like, bro, she don't want you, man. Let it go. You're not tall enough.
I'll show you my favorite place. It's just around the corner.
Damn. After stealing Vexlor's magic wand that lets him summon the creatures from the comic book, the blue Beetleborg is able to use it to level up his battle suit. That's a big ass gun. And they added some extra steam. I'm upset this is what we thought was cool back in the day. Those small ass wings, I don't know what the hell they're thinking. Yo, real talk, is Heather the only girl in this town? Like, she got like 5 dudes after her. These two Sims figure out the hard way that height and personality means nothing when money's involved. Like, she's on his lap, bro. Like, the most I've seen this man Josh do is hold hands. Yo, does this man have polio? What's up with his legs? The Beetleborgs and Vexlor's crew pull up to the beach to have their final battle. Looks like the majority of the budget went towards the fireworks on their costume. I was expecting to see some knife fight or something, but are they doing shooting lasers at each other? These weapons look like they're made out of Play-Doh. Is this man really gonna stand there and get shot multiple times in the same place? Like, bro, defend yourself. Since Skylar was created to defeat Tyrone, the weaker Tyrone gets, the weaker Skylar gets, eventually losing his powers. Yo, what's Tyrone doing? Why are you standing there and let this man walk towards you with this big ass gun? Do something different. After his Super Saiyan 1 transformation, Tyrone is unable to land a single shot. That explosion is much bigger than I expected. Holy shit. It's the final boss fight. Vexlor starts to blast electricity from his fingertip. To be honest, I didn't even know he even had powers. If I pause the video, we can definitely see the rope that's holding the actor. I don't know who choreographed this final fight and what they were thinking of having them just run towards Vexlor as he's blasting them with electricity and give a group hug and just fall down and just explode. That was wonky, but hey, I guess it was the 90s. I didn't realize this growing up. You can tell the difference between the Japanese version and the American version by just the grittiness of the Japanese camera work. Like, it's definitely darker and it has like this vibe to it that I enjoy. Oh no, the show wasn't too bad. I think I enjoyed the sitcom element much more than the action. The story was entertaining and there were some decent jokes here and there. The action, again, was too underwhelming in my opinion. If you enjoy ruining your childhood, I would definitely recommend checking the show out. And again, this was only the first half of season 1. So if you guys like a part 2 of this video, leave it in the comments. Ladies and gentlemen, that was the show. I appreciate y'all tuning in. If you have any comments, concerns, feel free to leave them in the comment section. You can also like or dislike the video, but I appreciate y'all watching. And I hope you enjoyed your time and enjoy your nice bowl of cereal. Peace.